Well, good evening, folks. Farmer Ted here again, and it's feed time for my animals, but I have another political thought. But before I do that, you'd rather look at my animals than me, so I'm going to scan it. You can see my horse, you can see my goats and my donkeys over here. They're up here at the barn because they know it's feed time. And just like when my wife says dinner time, I have no trouble getting them to come up to eat when it's time to eat, and they know what time that is. Now, let's get back to government. It's time to think outside the box when we go to the voting polls. 2016, I voted for Trump. Why? I'm a Southerner. I'm a conservative. I'm strongly religious. I've always voted Republican. It's the thing to do. It's the party people like me vote for. And looking at me, you would never dream I'd ever vote any other way. But I was sure disappointed when January the 6th happened and I saw him deny our election and fire that crowd up into tearing up our Capitol. It made me sick to my stomach. And it made me even more sick when he pardoned all of them and let them out. They ought to stayed under the jail the rest of their life, what they did, not be let out of jail. Well, anyway, that's my opinion. But let me say, you can't lay down with dogs without getting up with fleas. And we've laid down with Donald Trump, and our country's getting up with fleas. How would it be different if Kamala would have got elected? She got my vote. I wish she'd got just a few more. I studied her life. She was a lady of strong character, lady that grew up poor, lady that paid her own way through college and law school, served her state well as district and state attorney, locked up a lot of real bad people, and I felt like served us well up at the Capitol as the senator and vice president. How would it be now? But we didn't elect her. We elected a guy that was nothing but a New York playboy all his life. He laid with prostitutes. He raped women. He hung out with the lowest of low, like Jeffrey Epstein and all of the biggest trash he could find to party with. But when he decided he wanted to run for president, he thought he was conniving and slick enough he could pull the wool over our eyes and convince us that he was now the voice of Christianity and conservatism. He fooled a lot of people. He didn't fool me. A leopard doesn't change his stripes, and he hadn't changed either. I want you to know something. You see my donkey over there? My donkey's got more religion than Donald Trump, in my opinion. I don't mean to sound like I'm judging, but that's just the way I see it. But we laid down with a dog, and now we sure have gotten up with fleas. We've got our trade partners all messed up. We're losing jobs. Inflation is rampant. People that were always our friends are now our enemies. How would it have been different if more people would have had a new thought and thought outside the box? Parties change. You can't stick with one party all your life. Think about this the next time you go to the poll and vote. And I hope in the future, when we vote, we have better results and better leaders, and we'll make better choices. Good night. Have a good evening.